Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be
Reacting to my subscribers' K-pop opinions because I'm calling the authorities.
A Bloom's debut MV. 1. A Bloom's debut MV has a budget of 2 billion won, approximately $1.3 million. How is that possible?
Wow.
How is their company spending so much money on them when they're blacklisted in Korea? While nothing has been confirmed, many reports suggest this. 2 billion.
Who the fuck is this a Bloom? I remember the name.
I remember the name too.
Oh, okay. I think old 50/50 members.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think that's who they are.
1. For a group Korea's side-eyeing harder than their ex-president? That's not investment, it's a corporate death wish with a Spotify code. G-Idol super lady didn't even sniff this price tag. So where's the cash going? CGI unicorns? A cameo from Satan herself? Or maybe the company's paying off every media outlet, not to mention the blacklist? The only unprecedented quality here is the gall to think throwing Kardashian-level budgets at a group with negative domestic clout will magically erase their reputation as industry pariahs.
Well, so maybe they're not chasing domestic cloud. You know, they had the whole. If it is 50/50, let's assume for the sake of argument, it is because I don't know. But if it is 50/50, you know, they did have their little hit. TikTok hit, so they're very successful in the world, not just the Korean market. So if you know, if they are blacklisted in Korea and they're throwing this budget, to me, this is clearly a move for the West.
But honestly, I'm looking for another hit from 50/50 before a Bloom.
Yeah, but 50/50 was nobody before that hit, though.
Yeah, but
So
50/50 popped back out, like they're already out and about.
okay, but nobody cares about 50/50. They care about that song. Like, why is other 50/50
Why?
music
No,
not
that's not
doing
true.
well?
It was a big deal that 50/50 had that one member who stayed, and then they
Okay,
had new
that's all
members
cute, but
they
let's look at their
introduced.
numbers now. Their new songs,
They're not doing so bad
but
for a
they're
group
not doing
that's
so well either.
no, but imagine they're just a new, kind of like a new-ish group with an old song.
Okay, but
It's like they did like a comeback.
I understand. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying the numbers from that track is not carrying to the numbers for other songs. Therefore, this group can just randomly drop a banger and it becomes a hit. Kind of like with I Lit 2 group can debut it cute.
Well, they
They
can't
drop.
because they have a big budget,
No, I
so
know.
that's why they're spending a lot.
No, I know what I'm saying. They're targeting the West.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're spending the money because they're probably going for the Western
You
market.
think to target the West, you have to spend this amount of money?
I mean, the West like quality. They don't like the gimmicky AI bullshit.
Mm.
So I think that's what they're doing.
Mm.
Spoiler, it won't. It'll just make their inevitable nosedive louder. The company's still clinging to Cupid's success when the song is not even theirs anymore. Nothing is adding up. The company's either pathological liars,
So it is X 50/50. Okay, we're on the same page.
inflating numbers to gaslight fans into hype, laundering money through set design, or genuinely this bad at business. None are flattering. You can't buy legitimacy. If Korea's ignoring you, no amount of rented European castles in your MV will change that. It'll just make the flop sadder. If you need to sell your CEO's kidney to fund a debut,
But
maybe the problem
they're
isn't the
not
budget.
doing that for Korea.
Well, I'm saying they're probably not, because if they're blacklisting Korea and they're throwing
Mm-hmm.
this amount of money, she
Ah.
she has a point. But that's what I'm saying. I think they're. It's just I believe once you get like that little gl- taste of success in the West, that's all you crave for. It's like a drug.
Mm.
So yeah, you know, you start out with targeting Korea, but what that's look at YG. They with Blackpink they got that success in the West. Now every group they're trying to go for the West. They don't even care about the Korean
Mm.
market no more.
I don't think I can recall a music video that was geared towards South Korea that had like castles and mountains as visual as a part of visuals. If it's not like a set design prop like Baby Monster.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Mm.
Budget, it's the product. 2. Why there are more girl groups with 4 members than boy groups. K-pop isn't subtle about how it commodifies gender, and the 4-member girl group formula is a calculated sellout. Labels no girl groups are cash cows for public consumption. They're designed to be palatable, inoffensive, and digestible for the masses. Fewer members mean less work for lazy companies. Why? Because they're not building artists. They're assembling Barbie dolls for brand deals. For faces equals 4 easy slots to shove into CFs, variety shows, and Instagram ads. No need to split attention or resources, just mass produce relatable personas. Slap them on yogurt
I don't
commercials.
know if that's a good thing. Isn't that not a good thing? Then every girl gets to shine a little bit more than if they were in a group of 11.
Yeah, I've been preaching. I don't need more members. 4 or 5,
Mm.
perfect number of members. I really don't care for more. The groups with like 24 members, 11
Yeah,
members,
I don't understand
9
the
members.
argument.
I don't need these numbers. Why?
I don't understand the
I
argument
I mean,
of the guys doing better because they have more members.
So the argument was, I guess, the more members, the more people can like personalize and like find individual member of the group that they fall in love with. So I guess you can attract like more people in that way. But to me, it's just
Mm.
I understand what that
But then
argument
you
is.
have to develop
To me, still
more.
doesn't make
Don't you have to
sense.
spend more
I
in
don't know.
terms of like outfits? You have to give them a personality.
I don't know. To me, 4, 5,
I don't think this is an argument.
6.
I just think that I think it's ideal, even better for the groups if they're smaller.
Honestly, I'd love to see a 3-member group. How about that? Why is there no 3-member group? Make a 3-member group.
Because everyone has to have someone to sit next to. So they're not by themselves.
Well, what about 5? There's someone
5?
alone.
Well, they sit next to the driver.
What?
Yeah, so everyone has a partner.
Okay, so 3 also sit next to the driver.
No, who's gonna? There's like everyone 2 in the back
And one
and then
in the front next to the
No,
driver.
no.
Yes. What?
I'm thinking of a minivan, like
There's no minivans. They're driving a sedan at that point.
a sedan.
Yeah.
A sedan.
Yeah.
You haven't made it if you're in
Okay,
a sedan.
or SUV. An SUV.
SUV got 3 seats.
Okay, so 1 is in the front and 2 is in the back.
Then no.
What are you talking
no.
about? Your argument don't make sense.
And cash the
It's
checks.
never
Boy
good
groups,
to be the
different game.
third. Fifth is okay. Third is not good.
Their survival depends on obsession.
Fifth, you
not
can
passive
rotate
likability.
out from
More
one
members
group to
equals
another group. From the one of the twos, you get to like cross over. There's gonna be a chance for you. But when
I
it's
want to
just
say trio.
if it's 3, it's difficult.
I want to say trio. G22 in the Philippines, for example.
Because when you
Great.
need to talk shit, at least you can go over to the other 2 if you don't like the other 2. But if there's only 2 other girls and they're gonna click up and they're gonna talk shit and you don't have no one to talk shit to, oh hell no.
more boyfriend material archetypes to weaponize.
I don't like those
7
optics.
dudes mean 7 flavors of delusion for fans to project onto. The cold visual, the funny one, the stan attractor with abs, the shy magne. You get it. It's a buffet of emotional dependency. Labels want
I
that
guess-
parasocial crack to hook stands for.
I get it, because I guess they have like their archetypes that they always try to fill in. So they already seen what formula has worked. Like for example, BTS have how many members? They have
7.
7. So they try to fill in that 7 spots for newer groups.
I get it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I understand what's the reasoning behind it. I still think 4 or 5 members.
You would
is
say
perfect.
twice is a big group?
Yeah, way too many.
Too many? But I don't know them individually. I can't like
That's
I
my point. There's
can't
too
I
many members to
can't.
get to know them. That's my point. Make it 3, 4, 5 members. Easy to get to know.
But would
them.
you say they're the biggest group
Oh,
in
no.
South Korea? Then who's the biggest group in South Korea?
I remember the one.
Ladies.
24. There was 24
Ladies.
members.
No, ladies.
Yes, it was ladies group.
Oh, I don't know this group. I'm sorry. I don't know this music.
The fuck was it? Artemis or something?
Oh,
One of the groups it was like
no,
24
it's not
members.
Artemis.
Not Artemis. Then there was one. That was one of the groups, 24 members. I was like, too many.
For life. Because boy groups bleed money if they don't have die-hard fans bulk buying 18 album versions. More members equals more merch. More
Like even if you take 17, 13 members, way too many.
solo stands fighting online. More biases to monetize. It's predatory, but it works. Because the industry preys on loneliness, not casual listeners. 3. Please review Jenny's Handlebars featuring Dua Lipa. The track leans unapologetically into its role as a B-side, a deliberate choice that narrows its scope but sharpens its focus, rather than chasing the adrenaline of a club anthem. Handlebars simmers in a slinkier lane. Its pulse is steady anchored by a bass line that throbs like a fevered heartbeat, while vintage-inspired synth textures ripple across the mix. The instrumental's backbone is a thick, warm bass line layered with retro disco. Synths and crisp, understated percussion, this restraint feels purposeful, almost defiant, by dialing back the theatrics. The production carves space for the vocals to smolder. Visually, the MV's editing is a mess. Way too hyperactive for a song this chilled out. Quick cuts, strobe flashes, random visual noise. It's like the editors forgot they were scoring a vibe, not a trailer.
Yeah, I think that was our kind of feedback about the music video. I think we said that it doesn't really go with the song or something like that. Didn't we?
I felt like we said there was a lot going on, but I didn't mind it.
Oh.
I didn't think there was any glitch.
Oh no, I'm mixing it up with XG. In XG, I said, "Is it love? What does it have to do with love?" That all those visuals. Never mind.
Well, we did say why we're in this location for love.
I think my initial
For
comment
handlebars.
was like handlebars. I thought it was gonna be a bike, not
Yeah,
cars.
we
That's
said
I
like what we
yeah.
thought the visuals was
Yeah.
gonna give, but then we said that she gave us something different.
That said, the visuals are undeniably slick. Jenny's draped in designer everything. The lighting's all moody neon and the retro meets cyberpunk aesthetic almost distracts you from the pacing whiplash. Ambition? Full mark. Execution? Could have used a Xanax. 4. Why don't we see
What are you
It's
doing?
very busy.
It's busy, but I
I
think
bet,
I think it was a solid.
but I think that's for this generation to go with that kind of busyness, because people have short attention span. So
I think it was solid. I didn't mind it. I
yeah,
liked
I
it.
didn't mind it at all.
See Black Oceans anymore. Fandoms are getting more toxic, so it's kind of weird that Black Oceans started fading after the third gen.
The
You'd
fuck
think
is
with how
Black
messy things
Oceans?
are getting, they'd be more common, not less, if you're unfamiliar. Black Oceans were the fandom's rotten core of fan entitlement weaponized into a public execution via darkness. Entire sections of crowds deliberately switching off their light sticks during a group's performance, plunging them into
Whoa.
darkness and deafening silence.
Whoa.
It wasn't just hate, it was coordinated humiliation. BTS, Lovelyz, 17 and many other experienced it. The most infamous example would be Girls' Generation at the 2008 Dream concert. A coalition of angry TVXQ and Super Junior stans organized the Black Ocean to punish SNSD over baseless
Whoa.
rumors that the group had disrespected their seniors. Over 10,000 fans shut off their light sticks,
Oh.
leaving the members performing to
Wow.
a sea of
That's the
blackness.
Black Ocean.
The incident traumatized the group. Tion later admitted she cried herself to sleep for
Aw.
weeks. Another example would be EXO, who also faced a partial Black Ocean at the 2014 Dream concert.
You know that I think that's the difference between K-pop and the West. I feel like if that happened in the West, they would just walk off the stage.
What do you mean?
They're like, "Oh, you don't want me? Okay, bye."
You think so?
Yeah, I've seen that people walk off the stage.
I think they walk off the stage when they start throwing stuff. But like,
Well,
if the fans just turn off their lights,
Yeah, but it's clearly they don't want you there.
I don't know.
I feel honestly, if I was there, I see that. I was like, okay, cool.
I don't know.
I
No,
buy.
no, because not everyone did the blackout. You still have people who are there. You have to
then it's
perform.
not a Black Ocean. How I understand Black Ocean is a sea of darkness.
Well, what they said there was a partial, like
Well, partial. Yeah, partial. I would still perform. Fuck that.
they
But
say 100% everyone turned
but
it off.
it's like it's like basically just dark. I'm like, okay, whatever. What the fuck?
Well,
I'm doing
but
here?
still, it's being recorded and it's gonna be
No, I
like.
understand, and they can
I'm
talk
gonna
about
still, I
it.
would still perform.
I wouldn't.
I would
I
still
wouldn't.
perform.
I would walk off the stage.
Yeah, I say y'all gonna see this look. I'm gonna give you this
I
fashion.
was like, if I would have
I'ma
wanted
turn
here,
up.
why I'm here?
No,
gonna
I
waste
don't
my
let others dictate.
No,
what you
but
do.
if they
Mm-mm.
paid to go to this concert and they don't want to see me, then okay, go see someone else.
Well, they could turn off. It's okay. I'm gonna still perform.
I don't see it like that.
Sections of the crowd turned off lights during their set. The backlash
What would
stemmed
you
from
guys
fan wars
do?
over EXO's rapid rise in
Would you guys walk off the stage, or would you stay and perform? Let me know.
accusations of stealing awards from senior groups. Unlike SNSD full Black Ocean, this was fragmented but still visibly jarring.
Wix, one platform,
I probably go
Any
home.
unlimited
I probably go
creation.
home and then cry about it privately.
17 also suffered from
But I'm not gonna like walk off the stage because
I would walk off the stage.
like
You want protest? I will protest you back.
no, you lose your job. Like
No, I
you
don't.
just like yeah, you do. What do you think? They're not gonna then the
There's
venue's not
people
gonna.
that's still gonna support me though. Like those are clearly not my fans because my fans wouldn't do that.
So how you got booked the gig if those are not your
I
fans?
mean, I have haters who are willing to spend money. I mean, that's cute, but
That's okay.
I mean that's okay. But they are not my fans. I perform for the fans, not for the haters.
it at the 2015 Mama Awards.
How much you gotta hate somebody to spend money to watch them though? That's
This
ridiculous.
is but this seems like a festival. Like a festival, and everyone has their
Yeah,
slots, and
But if it's a festival, it's the same thing.
They were still rookies with no official light stick, so fandoms of established acts flipped their lights off, leaving them performing to avoid. And BTS? Their 2016 Golden Disc Awards Black Ocean was EXO fans' petty flex over award show salt, a coordinated middle finger to the underdogs rising too fast, and not just rivals. At their
Oh.
2015 Pepsi concert, Lovelyz faced a Black Ocean orchestrated by their own fans in protest of the addition of member Jisoo, originally excluded due to a pre-debut controversy. Her later inclusion led fans to retaliate against the entire group. These weren't fan wars. They were trauma sessions, and thank God they're kind of vanishing with companies finally growing spines. After years of letting fandoms run feral, labels now preemptively ban lightsticks at rival-heavy events, that fan attendance and leak guidelines gaslighting stands into behaving. But it's also because fandoms got lazier. Why organize a risky stadium-wide blackout?
So I
when you can
guess this is why we can't really have like crossovers perform at the same platform.
What do you mean?
Like different labels come together to, because remember there at one point they were saying, oh, why don't the different labels to sell tickets? Why don't they cross over with another label and do like a joint concert or something?
About that.
This is why.
About that concert, yeah. But like the Mama events, everybody comes. So
Well,
it's all
that's
like-
different. That's different.
Trying
But
to
like
hate
for this, it just seems like the fans, they're very, very, very territorial with their idols.
Hashtag in seconds. Modern stands swapped collective cruelty for efficiency. Death threats go viral faster. Cancel campaigns require zero coordination, and fanbases would rather dox a minor than bother showing up in real life. Black Oceans died cause hate went digital. And labels realized even toxicity is more profitable when it's not televised.
Yeah,
5.
you know,
Eugene.
wow, it's crazy how they're able to mobilize the fans. That's super, super impressive to me.
Impressive and crazy.
Is a
Mm.
toxic example of how messed up celebrity worship can get. Bunnies blindly mimic the girls, spreading lies
Oh.
and tearing down other groups. I agree. K-pop is rotting from the inside out, and bunnies are a prime example of how collective delusion spreads when stans use ignorance as a shield. It's a full-on collapse of critical thinking, fueled by a fandom so emotionally invested in their self-made narrative that they'd rather burn reality to the ground than admit they're complicit in spreading lies. And the misinformation pandemic here? It's not accidental. It's strategic. Bunnies
You
aren't
know,
just
there's
misguided
gonna
stans.
be some people that are gonna be loyal until the girls say, you know what, never mind. You know, until the girls move on
Yeah,
from that toxic
there will be.
situation, they're gonna support. They just support the girls. Period. So whatever the
Yeah.
girls do, they're to the end with the girls.
They're propagandists, cherry-picking half-truths and unverified screenshots like amateur arsonists, then acting shocked when the fire they started torches their own credibility. When a fandom's entire identity revolves around winning streams, awards, Twitter clout, etc., admitting they're wrong feels like self-destructive. Bunnies have tied their self-worth to New Jeans' supposed infallibility, so every fact
And
that
I like
challenges
that
their
group
mantra.
name is like bunnies. That's so cute. Oh,
What does that have to do with New Jeans, though?
I don't know.
Usually, fan base name has to do with a group like twice, once.
You know,
Stray Kids
honestly,
stays.
that they should be called genies.
Yeah, makes sense. No, I'm saying it has to relate to the
Genies
group
are cute.
name. Blackpink, Blinks. You know, it's related. New Jeans, Bunnies.
But how
What?
do you spell genies though?
Genies with G.
Like Jean.
G, but jeans, genies, or spell it with J, genies. You can still say genies, you know, whatever. I'm just saying, like, fan base most often relates to the group. Bunnies, New Jeans have nothing to in common.
They're just
Is a
cute.
personal attack. They've built an entire lexicon of deflection to make skepticism sound like a character flaw. Question Hanny's mean persona?
The only
You're
reason
jealous.
I'm still
Bring
a
up
bunny is
plagiarism
'cause
evidence?
the name
You're a
is
hive
cute.
stan. This isn't defending their
bunny.
faves. It's intellectual cowardice, dodging real discussions because deep down, they know their arguments are held together by hashtags and hope. And when the facade cracks, when court documents drop, when agencies debunk their claims, the goalposts move. Suddenly it's about protecting the girls or industry conspiracies. Because accountability
Yeah.
is kryptonite to a fandom that's built
But
its identity on
also,
never losing.
mind you, the companies also has an intent to protect the girls too. Right now, they're like kind of legally positioning the argument to protect the girls. So the girls, at the end of this, they're gonna fare out pretty well. I think the one who's really at stake here is Minheejin.
The girls, there is an outcome where the girls could fare out well if they take that outcome. I feel like there is a certain bridge that they can burn at that point. There would be no protecting them. But
Really?
yes.
No, I think the
Yes.
company is still gonna protect them.
I don't think so. I think if they see that there's no getting them back, they would crush them. Right now, they're still hoping to get them back, so that's why they're like playing nice. But if they see that okay, this is it, like
that would be
that
just
bridge has
stubbornness.
burned, they would crush the fuck out of them.
That would be pure stubbornness.
What do you mean stubborn? If they can't get them back, if like see that.
No, that would be for them.
Oh,
For the
okay,
girls,
okay,
it would be
I got
pure
it.
stubbornness if they don't want to go back. Like you can't just say out of pride and ego, "Oh, we're not going back."
6. It's insane how idols get trashed for looking ugly or showing normal human skin in Western paparazzi shots. It's a clear sign that we've become so used to fake edited perfection that anything real looks shocking. I agree. The industry's running a full-blown scam and fans are willfully bankrupting their critical thinking to buy into it. This cult of edited visuals isn't a trend, it's systemic fraud. Fans aren't misguided, they're complicit in their own brainwashing. Screaming natural. Beauty at images so manipulated they'd make a deepfake look authentic. They'll rage about unrealistic standards while drooling over press photos where their fave skin has
True.
less texture than a latex doll. Those journalist snaps aren't candid. They're corporate-approved propaganda. That glowing poreless face you're obsessing over? It's a digital corpse, stripped of humanity by editing suites and lighting rigs. scans
But I am impressed when I see the idols and they're doing like their campaigns, and you see the shoots. Like they actually really do look flawless. Like for example, Felix, his face is flawless, flawless to the point where here in the States, was it maybe someone an interviewer from the States asked what do you use on your skin, and he's like, Aveeno, like.
I think it was the guy from Billboard.
Oh yes.
It up because acknowledging their idol has skin would shatter the lie they've glued their entire identity to. Circle lenses?
No,
a
Felix
blatant
got good
con.
skin.
The industry's not even hiding it anymore. Those unnaturally massive doll-eyed contacts aren't aesthetics, they're visual fraud. Remember when fans mocked third-gen idols for looking like robots? Now they're simping over the same plastic-eyed uncanny valley, screeching about AI visuals as if dilated soulless peepers are a god-given trait. Wake up. Your fave's mesmerizing gaze is a $15 piece of silicone. But stans are so deep in the delusion they've rebranded prosthetic eyeballs as authentic charm.
I
It's
don't
not
know who
fandom,
I can
it's
say
mass
look the
Stockholm
most
syndrome.
natural
And
in
spare me the but
K-pop.
videos can't lie cope. You think that Fancom's not color graded? That raw live stream isn't drenched in Vaseline filters? Idols are lit like lab specimens, caked in makeup thicker than cement and smoothed by software that erases pores like a chemical
When it
peel.
comes to
Yet fans still
aesthetics,
swear
it's very like critical for the visuals to look like perfect. Like I have not seen like a flaw.
their fave's glass skin is just good skincare. Meanwhile, these hypocrites rage about toxic beauty standards while reposting AI-level edits that turn idols into literal cartoons. The irony? Idols are forced to become these lies. They get crucified for looking ugly in airport pics or pictures taken by Western paparazzi because stans only
But I
recognize
do
the
notice
Photoshop
the
zom-
difference. Like you would, if you were to only see the K-pop idols, you would think that that's what people look like. But then when you see like
Where,
the
like in Asia?
in
Korea?
in Korea,
Okay.
but when you see like the fans and the people that go attend the events, they look like normal people. Like to me, they look like AI.
But the whole point of an idol is someone you idolize. They
Yeah.
have to look like that. So I mean, I get it.
Yeah, but to the point that like it's unreal.
That's idol godlike.
Unreal.
zombie version of them. Agencies pump their socials with uncanny smooth-to-death pics because fans demand it, then shred the idols for plastic surgery when they dare to exist as humans. It's a rigged game. Idols either destroy their sanity chasing the CGI mirage or get cancelled for aging. The industry's not
Yeah.
just exploiting idols, it's exploiting you. Every time you stan a filtered selfie or thirst over a ring-lit fan cam, you're fueling a machine that grinds idols into polished mannequins. And for what? So you can
There
cry
was
into your
one
10-step
group that
skincare
came
routine?
back and they looked like they never left. Remember there was
G friend.
G friend. I think was it G? No, G.
don't
No,
know.
no, no. It was these girls. They were hot. They were like they dressed very sexy. It was that older group. They're like in their
21?
40s. No, 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 not 21. They were in their 40s.
That's 21. There's
No, it was in 21. They're like in their 40s.
Oh,
They look real good.
I remember. Brave girls. Whatever. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they look
Because
fierce.
your pores exist? So you can bully rookies like JYP's Kickflip for not looking like their agency's Photoshop experiments? Idols aren't anime characters. They're people with acne, pores, and bad angles. The longer we worship these digital ghosts, the more we normalize a beauty standard that's not just unrealistic, it's inhuman. Either pull your head out of the filter bubble or stop pretending you care about mental health in K-pop. You can't have both.
Well, that was one rant.
Yeah, she's been doing the abrupt endings lately. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.